Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. I garden in a zone 7B in the southeastern United States where I do gardening videos, plant shopping, plant hauls, and plant rehab. If you're interested in following me, please subscribe, please like, please comment, and please share. Today I'm going to be doing a video to kind of like show you what happened with this bed. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know this bed used to be a shade area. It used to have, well, it's still a shade area really, because most of the plants I'm about to show you are still kind of shade plants, but I had perennials in here. I had heucheras, I had hostas, I had ferns, I had hydrangeas in here, and they were doing okay. You know, it wasn't long that they were in here, but it started to rain, and when it rained, it really exposed the type of bed this ended up being. It stays too wet too long, and I don't want to lose my hostas, my heucheras, my ferns, my hydrangeas because you're sitting in a soggy soil. So I've decided to turn this into a annual bed, and as you can see, I've already put some annual plants in here, and I've moved out the hostas, moved out the heucheras, moved out the hydrangeas, and put them in various places in the yard, and moved the other shade plants that were in this front yard in this bed. This will now be an annual bed. These guys will die back come late October and November, and I'll leave this bed empty for the wet season. We get too much rain in November and December for me to risk having perennials in here that are gonna either get root rot or get disease because it's just too wet. We had so much rain in that thunderstorm the other day. This bed overflowed with water, and then it stayed wet too long, and that's just a recipe for disaster when it comes to perennials. Yes, I did buy most of my perennials on clearance, but it doesn't matter. It's a perennial. I don't want it to die, you know? So anyway, so these are the plants that I have there now. Now, I don't know the variety of most of these plants. I just know the name of the plant. So for example, this is a coleus, and I have 4 of them in here. This type of coleus. This is also another type of coleus. These are all coleus right here. These are all coleus. I had so much coleus in the container, I could actually fill this entire bed with all the plants that I had in those containers. So I took them all out. So what you'll mostly see here is coleus, but you'll also see caladiums here. There's a caladium right there. There's sun patience and impatience in here. And as you know, sun patience could go well in part shade, part sun, or even sun, and they've been fine. So I have different types of coleus in here. Like this is another type of coleus, one of my favorites actually. It's really pretty. So I have 1, 2 of those, and here's some more right here. More caladiums there. More sun patience. I have some purslane here that if you remember, I actually had some purslanes up there. I moved them and brought them here, and they're doing just fine. Got a really, really big coleus here. I think this is called wasabi. This is the one that I know. This is a wasabi coleus, and it's a vigorous grower. I bought this thing in a 2.5 quart, okay? And this looks like it actually is in a 7-gallon, how big it is. More caladiums here. These are mostly recently planted, which is why they're looking kind of like they're droopy, but I just planted them a couple hours ago. More coleus here. This one I really love. This is perfect for a fall planter if you're interested in that. And then I have these moss rose. These are so pretty. I just became a fan of moss rose. A friend of mine mentioned it and he had some and I went and got a bunch. So yeah, so this one is like a moss rose and it literally has different colors on the same plant. So there's the orange, white, and pink, and then the yellow, red, and orange. Really, really pretty. And they're really, really good as a spiller in containers, which is where I had them first. But I'm really trying to limit the amount of containers to only things that I plan to take with me if I finally leave from this house, maybe 2-3 years from now. I'm just gonna keep certain things in containers, especially if they're expected to grow really, really, really big. And I don't want to have to struggle with digging them out when they get grown. I just leave them in a container. And then I'll just grab them when it's leaving. Now, I am not moving anytime soon. I'm just kind of putting it out there that I want to move. I cannot move, but I will, I hope to be moving in maybe 2 or 3 years. And I don't want to dig up, replant. So I'm just putting certain things in a container. Anyway, I digress. So we're back on the annual plants. Now, some of the plants that were in here are over here, which is going to be another video. Still working on that, but I'm editing that video right now, so you'll get a chance to see. But you could recognize a hydrangea, Patriot hosta, a couple of things you can recognize over there. They actually made their way over there from here, because this has way better drainage. The water doesn't stand there. So anyway, that's another video. So anyway, guys, yeah, so I know this is probably my 3rd time dealing with this bed. I was so excited when I created it, and I had this grand idea for the hostas and the coleus, but nature wins every time, and she lets us know who's in charge. And just to save myself some aggravation, save myself some money, save myself some heartache, I just moved them, and I'm just gonna make this a annual bed. Let me know what you guys think. Next year I plan to put even more, different variety. Obviously, I think I only have like 4 different plants here, like the moss rose, coleus, impatiens, purslane, and caladium. But maybe next year I'll put some vincas in here. I'll put some angelonias in here, because this bed gets morning sun. It gets sun until around 1 o'clock. But in the southeast United States, 1 o'clock sun is blazing sun. Even, a 9 o'clock sun is blazing sun. So that's why I have these guys here, because they kind of get a little bit of a shade from here. So maybe a vinca won't perform the greatest here, because this is completely shading or dappled shading these plants, and they're loving it so far. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, and please remember to hit the notification bell to be alerted on my new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.